Welcome to United States of Formula One. Nikki.
I'm Cookie.
And guess what it is? It is race week.
It is race week.
4 weeks. I mean, I've been bored out of my mind.
I want to say that I've been bored. I have missed F1, but I have filled my time nicely.
Okay.
It was my father's 75th birthday.
Ooh, happy birthday, Fred.
We had a nice little gathering at a little brew kettle.
Okay.
And what else? I went to a concert.
Ooh.
At the House of Blues. Saw the Elevators. They're fantastic.
Yep.
And notable, my kids are both in middle school. And they tried out for the musical Something Rotten, and they both made it.
Well, congratulations.
I know, like a little brag on the kids. What about you? What have you been up to?
So I went to a concert at the House of Blues on Friday. It was with Cookie, who's one of my good friends. Went to the camper. My kids play hockey. They lost all of their games, but I coach hockey, and I would like to think that
Hockey's back.
Hockey's
back.
NHL is back.
That's how I filled my time too.
Yes.
I'm a Penguins fan. They're back.
Football.
Okay.
Got
Yes.
to watch the. I know we have some London fans out there. Hopefully you caught I'm a Bears fan. If you didn't know from other previous episodes, so hopefully you watched that as well.
You know, I saw that Roger Goodell said that he thought eventually there would be a Super Bowl played internationally.
There actually may be a team. I don't know how logistically it would work, but they're talking about putting a team there.
I feel like this show's about racing, though.
Yes, it is.
Let's get back into F1.
Because that's all I've been thinking about really for 4 straight weeks.
Every Sunday, I'm so bored.
Yeah. Wake up at 10 a.m. and have nothing to do. Because that's usually when the races are.
So I can't even remember where we're at in the points. I know, obviously, we knew beginning of the season, Max was taken off.
Yep.
And then Lando started making a charge. Even Leclerc was joining the race. Where are we at right now in the standings going into the final push here?
Yeah, like you said, you had, if you're a race car, Verstappen, Norris way back here. I'll just go backwards with the car. I don't know how to do this. But right now you got Max 331.
Okay.
Lando 279.
Okay, so how many points back?
Well, you're my math guy. So.
That would be 52 points back.
Okay.
That's feasible, but that's going to be tough.
I think it can be done. I think it can be done.
And then I know after Lando you have, as you like to call him,
Charles Leclerc.
Leclerc,
Yeah.
at 245. And then right on his heels, Piastri.
The other McLaren driver.
So I think Piastri is going to finish. I think McLaren's going to finish 2-3. Lando Piastri. I don't know that Lando has enough time to pass.
So you
Max.
think Max? So what's your percentage of Max? If you were to put a percentage on,
I would say he's a 90% plus chance of winning.
I'm gonna be more realistic and say 50.
Oh,
I'm gonna say 50. I think that this race weekend can tell a lot.
yeah, I think it will.
On Piastri as well. So
Yeah.
can he pass Leclerc this week?
There's been enough time off.
No.
Upgrades.
Upgrades. Oh, so many upgrades this week. Now, if you watch F1, actually, if you're new to F1, go check out our newbies episode.
Yes.
Upgrades, basically, R&D on the car. And
Research and development.
yes. Now, they don't always work.
No.
So they could be fantastic.
Test them out in the lab.
They could regress your car.
Right.
So, and I think basically all of them have upgrades. Now, the most notable is basically everything that I have been reading. Haas has the most upgrades this week.
Well, and I think when you're back from the pack, you have room to take that risk where you can say, we've had these things on the shelf. Let's put them out there. Let's see if they work. Almost even a test for next season. Mm-hmm. I don't think that Red Bull and McLaren are going to put some crazy upgrades with high risk. You know,
to be honest with you, who I can't wait to see who has upgrades this weekend? Kick Sauber. I think that they are going to get a point.
I think they found a way to drive the car backwards.
Yes.
Faster than forwards is their goal this week.
Oh, man, I feel bad for them. Haas partnered with Toyota.
Okay.
Haas partnered. Now, that doesn't mean like they're going to have a Toyota engine. They're not going to have a Toyota engine, and then he's gone. Your boy is gone next year.
You know, let me enjoy the time now. We're still in the honeymoon phase. Don't just throw me into a divorce quite yet.
They partnered with Toyota. I think that's fantastic. Toyota's trying to get into Formula One, just like basically Formula One is blowing up.
Yeah,
like we're
everybody wants a
talking
piece.
about it. Cadillac wants in there. Audi will be there next year with Sauber and your husband and boyfriend. I don't think it really would matter.
Wish.
Yeah, it would really even matter.
We would be upset with ourselves if we didn't talk about the Constructors' Cup.
Yes.
So we've talked about the drivers. So Red Bull, again, just like Max, Red Bull was running away with the Constructors' Cup early on. Now McLaren, 3 races ago took the lead?
Two or three races ago.
And now they've been spreading it. So what are the points look for the top 3? McLaren, Red Bull, and Ferrari.
McLaren 516. 41 points above Red Bull at 475 right now.
It's really good math.
Yeah,
I feel like it's almost
on the board.
written on a board right there because there's no way you can do that math. So McLaren's 41 points up on Red Bull. And I think they're only pushing away because they have 2 legitimate people that can score. You have Lando and Piastri. Mm-hmm. I mean, do you think your boy is going to get? You think Checo's getting any points?
Well, I have a thought that I will share next segment about Checo.
Okay.
It's just a conspiracy theory that I'm going to throw over.
This guy's the king of the conspiracy theories.
I mean, I called out Logan Sargent.
You did, actually. You did.
We did another one that I can't remember too. I feel like we had a few. We had all of our bets.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we are smart researchers.
We do research. We put the
And,
time in, and
yeah.
that's why we're getting new betting segments going, which we'll get into. So we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, let's talk about some news going on.
Some news. Let's talk about the race. Let's talk about a couple racers. It's going to be fun.
I like it. We'll be right back. Hey, are we going to do that where we go live after qualifying to give betting predictions to our viewers?
Well, since we won our last 2 bets, I feel like we should. I don't know if we should disclose that information, but we will.
Yeah. Welcome back to USF1. And in this segment, Nikki, I think we need to get into some topical news.
Okay. Like Liam Lawson?
Like Liam Lawson.
Yeah.
Now, what's this character's story?
So, he just replaced our boy, Daniel Ricciardo.
Which we are both thankful for.
Yeah.
Because of the shoe he short, which you can check out. We drank a beer out of a shoe. I wanted him to stick around, but I didn't want to drink out of a shoe for nothing. That shoe.
I still have it. I
Actually-
won't have it on.
That shoe.
He's wearing his.
I own 2 pairs of shoes, and one of them is on right now. So what's so exciting about this guy?
So, he raced a few races last year.
Okay.
Replaced Daniel Ricciardo for a few races.
Let me go to the fact check department. The brains behind the operation says that is incorrect.
Okay, I forget. Carlos Sainz. We were
Carlos
talking
Sainz.
about Ricciardo. He was on my mind. Always is. That is 100%.
That's why he's back
my
there,
fault.
folks.
Yeah.
He's the brains.
Yeah, we're not.
So he replaced Sainz last year.
Yes.
Now he's replacing Ricciardo.
Yes.
Which anybody can replace anyone anytime. Why do you see such potential out of this kid?
He did fantastic. Now I think he's better than Yuki Tsunoda. Again, my opinion.
Okay.
And I think, and we talked about it last episode. We were talking about Checo.
Yep.
Now he did sign a contract through the end of next year.
Checo being
Checo being Sergio Perez.
the second half of the Red Bull team with Max Verstappen.
My thought,
So are we going to a conspiracy theory?
going
here?
to my conspiracy theory.
Okay.
If Liam Lawson does as well as I think that he is going to do, it'll be
Okay.
better than Yuki Tsunoda. I think Checo retires at the end of the season.
You think it's a forced retirement?
I didn't say that.
Oh, you're the conspiracy guy. That's what it
Okay,
smells like.
What I feel is going to happen, a forced retirement, I'm just going to say it. And if Liam Lawson does as well as I think he's going to do, he takes that second Red Bull seat with Verstappen.
So he's going to go from no team to replacing Ricciardo on RB.
Well, he's had a team. He's just been a reserve.
Right,
driver,
a reserve,
so.
sorry. Reserve to a full-time driver for part of the season, and then promoted from RB to the big boys?
Don't ask me why. I just what I think.
Well, if his racing's anything like his hair, he's probably got a pretty good chance.
Just wait. Now, he does have a 10 grid penalty already for the next race. So, I mean, that puts him basically at the rear, but I know for sure he will finish ahead of Kicksauber.
Okay, well, I think I could finish ahead of Kicksauber
You
at
can.
this point.
All right.
Any other news going on?
Huge news if you know who Haley Welch is.
Oh, we're getting very, very pop culture here. Okay.
She is going to be waving the checkered flag. Yes, exactly. Now, but what we do think is that is fake
news.
You cannot be the FIA and say that Max Verstappen cannot say the F word, which gets bleeped out.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you got Haley Welch. What is she going to say?
I agree.
And it's lights out and Haktua we go.
I agree with you. I think it's a story someone threw out there.
I think it's
took
hoax.
off. It's just a rumor because, yeah, like you said, Verstappen gets punished for saying the F word, which is insane. Yeah. And her whole reason she blew up is because she's talking about something that we can't talk about.
We don't want to talk about it. And if you're trying to get family, how do you explain that?
Yeah.
What that is?
I think
Like, little Jimmy. Little Jimmy. The announcers just said Haktua. What does this
I feel
mean?
like Jimmy would have a better explanation than you would
I probably
at this point.
I probably picked the wrong name to use as well to explain the Haktua. But I don't think that's going to happen. If it does, so I want to say I'm glad that, we live in the U.S. I'm glad that everybody's safe from Hurricane Milton and Hurricane Helene. I'm glad you remember what that is.
I got a buddy down in the Florida Tampa area.
If
Shout out Ben H.
And if they allow Haktua Girl to do that, I don't know if I'm sure all you on TikTok have been Lieutenant Dan, the one-legged guy who almost set somebody on fire and punched a cop in the face. If they allow her to wave the checkered flag, I think for the Las Vegas race, they should allow him to come. And that's about the same, right?
This guy spends more time on TikTok.
I'm sorry.
Than doing anything in the world every day.
We're good. Let's get into some fun topics next, and we will be right back. Howdy, y'all. We're back to USF1.
Well, welcome, folks. We are excited to tell you that we are headed to
Texas.
Austin,
Texas.
Oh. Matthew McConaughey. What do they call it? Keep Austin weird? I think that's their slogan. Keep Austin weird, which I love.
Keep Austin weird.
Love it.
Have you ever been to Texas?
I have been to Texas. I will tell mine first because yours is better. Just a visit to a buddy. Shout out Anthony P. Lives in Houston and went to Austin actually last year. Caught the Longhorns versus Kansas State Wildcats game. That was exciting. And got In-N-Out Burger. That's really the whole reason I went.
Was Anthony P?
Anthony P.
Is he coming to Vegas?
He is coming to Vegas.
See you there, baby.
He will be there. What about you? What's your Texas story?
Me? I've been going to Vegas. Oh, my Texas story. I lived in Texas for 10 years. I worked in the oil field.
You did not live there for 10 years.
Yeah, well, maybe it was 8.
How long have we known each other? I thought you were there for like 2 years.
Yeah, I think it was 10. I'm not really good at math. Maybe it was 5. But I worked in the oil field.
Okay.
West Texas.
So you're a real man.
There is a line down the center of Texas. It's green here. It's not so much over here. So where I lived, you can watch it was so flat that you can watch your dog run away for 3 days. So I was on Austin's a beautiful place. I was in Midland, Texas. Shout out to my brother. He's still there working in the oil field. But I went all around Dallas, Austin, Fredericksburg. It's beautiful. That's all East Texas. West Texas is where you work. East Texas is where you play.
You know what? Now I feel bad about my little weekend story in Houston, but I completely forgot. Just thought of this. I was in Dallas for the Super Bowl 13 years ago. Pittsburgh versus Green Bay. That was when my son was born.
When did you? Really?
If you remember that story, it's on Good Morning America. I literally missed the birth of my first child because I was at the Super Bowl in Dallas. So his middle name is Dallas. That is this deadbeat dad right here. Didn't even see the birth of his son.
I think he loves you still. Actually, you got to ask him when he's old enough. what would you have done?
Yeah.
And if he says he would have done the same thing, it makes you a great father.
Yeah, and if I say he
think.
wouldn't have done the same thing, I'd say you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Why would you not go to the Super Bowl when you have an
gotta
opportunity?
You got to go to the Super Bowl.
Births happen all the time. Super Bowl is just once a year.
Yeah. It's not your fault he was in there for 9 months and picked the wrong day.
He was 5 weeks early.
Oh, so
was 5
again, it
weeks
was his fault.
Anyhow, getting into Texas, getting into Austin, getting into COTA. COTA stands for?
Circuit of the Americas. Oh, man, that track is going to be, it is fantastic. Uphill, downhill, straightaway. It's going to be great.
I'd be excited to not have a street course. We've had a few here recently. Be nice to see a track that's just designed
for, and there is, so 3 tracks out of America, or in America, or not America, in the United States.
Okay.
I don't want to say America because that would be
because there is one in Mexico City.
Yes. So
That's
out of the 3
excellent.
races in the United States, this one holds, I believe, the most people.
Okay.
100,000 more than Vegas.
Well, Vegas is on the Strip, and they're just cramming it in there.
I guess if you count the people inside the hotels, Vegas would be number 1.
Yeah, that might be us.
So
we might just be peering from our hotel window.
I'll just try to sneak on a roof with binoculars. Maybe that camera right there. So,
Who do you think, and this is important for me to know. Now, this is obviously early.
Yep.
We haven't gotten to qualifying yet.
nope.
Who do you think is either going to surprise you? Do you want to say who you think is going to win? Do you have any predictions going into this weekend?
I will do 3.
Always, I just asked for one. It's always got to be.
3 just makes it better so that you can maybe nail one of them.
That's a great point.
But Norris,
Remember, I said it.
Norris on the podium.
Okay.
Leclerc on the podium.
Okay.
I'm going to throw it out there. It's going to be a hard one because of the grid penalty, but I'm going to say Liam Lawson, 10th,
Top 10?
top 10. It's going to be a long shot. He's going to need some help, but that's going to be my 3.
I'm going to do 2.
Okay.
So I'm going to put Nico in the top 10.
I love it.
He was top 10 last race.
And they got some upgrades. So
They got some upgrades. We'll see.
Yeah.
He's either going to explode on the first lap or he's going to finish top 10. And I'm going to put, and I've been riding him a lot recently, but I think he's just getting ignored. He's getting forgot about. I'm going to put Piastri to win this thing.
Okay. I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that. So I'm fine with that.
Okay. Now, obviously, this is all pre-qualifying.
Pre-qualifying.
They haven't even gotten to practice. We'll have qualifying. And we are going to start doing a segment.
When? Are you talking about for betting?
Yeah.
Yes. We are going to go live after qualifying. Come join us for our predictions. We're going to make them separate this week, but check us out live right after qualifying or sometime during the day.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't want to go right after. I might think about it.
well,
And there might be some penalties or some things that we don't
there's
know
stuff
about.
that comes up later on, and I want to get into, more importantly,
The trophies? I actually had to.
is this actually the trophy for Austin?
Yes.
Are you sure this isn't another fake news story?
If it is, I feel really bad because I did a lot of research on this one to see if this was the trophy. Because the first thing what do you see besides Mickey Mouse? I'll take that one off.
Okay, Mickey Mouse you took. I see a Lego toy.
A Lego toy, maybe a dead mouse.
You said, what did you say?
Daft Punk.
Daft Punk.
When I see it, I see Daft Punk as well.
You know what? I think this is a great opportunity right now. Since we said Lego, this is a surprise to everyone. I am in a giving mood. I'm going to a wedding this weekend. We'll get into that. So I'm in the gift-giving mood. So I actually brought a little gift for my buddy here,
Oh boy.
which I want you to open for the viewers right now. Oh, for your boy toys there. Hold that up for the camera. What do you got
Oh, my
there?
fault. This is a McLaren Lego. Now, the crazy thing is I asked my wife for these, the whole set, and she thought I was like a child. So now this is going to happen since Lego just signed a sponsorship with and they're going to make all the cars. This is going to be the beginning. So I thank you very much.
Yeah, well, it's your boyfriend. 245 pieces. He's going to need some help with that. I don't know if you have that one in
I can knock this out by the time we go to Vegas.
Yeah, Yeah. You know, other news, T-Mobile just signed with McLaren. I think they're matching the orange. Ooh. And if we're going to go like the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, you have T-Mobile signing with McLaren. So that gets Ryan Reynolds with McLaren, which gets the brains of the operation, who's in love with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
He is automatically a McLaren fan.
Yeah, he's a McLaren fan, and he is a Ryan Reynolds fan as much as you are a Nico Hulkenberg. He actually has a whole wardrobe of shirts that say
he sleeps
Ryan Reynolds.
in a comforter with Ryan Reynolds' face on it.
Yeah, it gets
a body pillow as well.
I thought that was the just Deadpool.
Speaking of weird props that we haven't brought up to anyone at all.
Oh boy.
Have you seen Haley? She's dressed in her sweet little Austin, Texas gear. So the reason she's here is because she might be here next week. Because if I don't get back in time from this wedding, there's a wedding, Hilton Head, Joey B, shout out, getting married this weekend. If I don't get back in time,
so she's
going
going
to have to be your co-host.
Oh boy.
She's a little quiet. She's very kind.
How you doing? My name's Nikki. All right. That is perfect. You better make it for it.
I should make it.
Okay.
You know how airlines are. I'm supposed to get back in time, but we'll see. But like we said, I am actually going to go live from the reception. I already talked to the groom and the bride. They're going to set up a table for me. I'm going to go live at the reception Saturday night after qualifying with my betting predictions. Nikki's going to go live, or he's going to post a video separately.
I'll post a video separately. I'll probably be, I don't know what I'll be doing. I might be at the camper. I might be here. I'll post a video though for sure.
But
before Sunday, I promise.
We will get you the knowledge so you can get the cash.
Thank you for joining us on USF1.
Wait, but remember.
What?
If you have a gambling problem.
Oh, yes.
Call
1-800 Don't Stop Gambling.
Yes, that's it.
Pound sign. We love you guys. We'll see you next week.
Love you.